Welcome to my channel. Why do we wait for the right time to start speaking English? Why do we tell ourselves, I'll start when I'm ready, or maybe next month? I'll tell you something. You don't have to wait. What if I told you now is the greatest time to begin? Not tomorrow, not next week, not when your grammar is on point. Just today, right now. Yes, you heard that right. Even if you're a beginner, even if you don't speak perfect English, you can start speaking today. And that's what we're going to do together in this video. So stick around with me till the end, and I guarantee you're going to feel ready and confident to open your mouth and speak English without fear. No pressure, no stress, just simple steps at work. Let's begin. Chapter 1. You don't have to be perfect to start speaking. So let's start with something big, something that is holding so many people back. Maybe even you. The number one myth English learners get trapped by, I have to be fluent before I can speak. Perhaps you've also had that thought. My grammar is not perfect. I don't know enough words. What if I make a mistake? So what do? We stay silent. And so we learn and listen and wait, but we do not speak. And that silence becomes habitual. But here's the reality. Fluency doesn't precede speaking. It comes from speaking. You're not waiting for you to be perfect to start. It's the beginning that matters, and it's how you grow. Consider how children learn to talk. A baby doesn't wait until she's acquired all the words in the dictionary. She doesn't pull up a chair and study grammar books. She listens. She tries and makes mistakes. She says a word, then two words, then gradually full sentences. She doesn't have to be perfect. She just wants to reach out. And guess what? That is precisely how you should learn as well. You don't have to sound like a native speaker. You just need to start. You know more than you believe you know already. Now let's try this quick test. Can you say, hello, how are you? Yes? Great. Can you say, I like coffee. I am from India. I work in school. These are small, simple sentences, but they are real speaking. You're already speaking. You simply didn't take credit for it. The reality is that while most beginners know enough English to start talking, they don't do it because they believe it needs to be perfect. I want you to break that mindset today. Here's one of the things I constantly tell my own students. Mistakes aren't the enemy. Fear is. You flub when you talk. And what happens? You learn. You remember. You grow. But if you don't say anything, nothing happens. Imagine having to wait weeks or months or years to say your first word. You don't need that pressure. Your English is not an exam. It's a tool, a device to connect, to communicate, to share your ideas. You don't have to be 100% grammatically correct to say, I love music. You just have to have the courage to try. Let me share a quick story. Rena, one of my students, had studied English for years. She knew hundreds of words. She was actually very good on grammar, but she never spoke. Why? She was waiting for that perfect time. She thought she wasn't ready. I said, say one sentence right now. Anything. She said, I like movies. And that was her start. That sentence is when the change in her confidence began. Not shimmying her breasts, Miss Kaniscu started talking each day, trivial, silly things. 1 month later, she was online chatting with people. 2 months later, she was already helping other beginners. All because she stopped waiting. And that is what I wish for you too. You don't need perfect English. It just needs to be real. It needs to be used. You can go one sentence today, maybe two tomorrow. That's enough. That's progress. Never let the fear of errors stifle your voice. You have an English voice within you. You just have to let it out. I want to hear you say something right now. Anything at all. Out loud. It can be straightforward. I want to learn English. Say it. Say it again. Feel it. That is your start. You're not waiting anymore. You are speaking today. Stay with me because in the next chapter, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to create a speaking habit for yourself. Even if you have only 5 minutes a day, it's going to be easy. It's going to be fun. And it's going to change the way that you learn. Chapter 2, how to form your speaking habit in 5 minutes a day. Now that you know you don't have to be perfect to speak, let's talk about something even more potent. creating a tiny speaking habit that actually sticks to your routine. And here's the best news. It takes only 5 minutes a day. Yes, just 5, not 1 hour, not a full class, just a few sweet minutes to take over the reins of your learning. People often tell me, I need to practice English but don't have time, or I have no one to practice this with, or perhaps I'm not sure yet that I have confidence. But here's the honest truth. You do not need a speaking partner, and you do not need a perfect situation. All it requires is a few silent minutes and the latent willingness to fail. Let's materialize this in the real world. I will teach you 4 simple ways that you can start speaking English today. Yes, today, even if you're by yourself. Number 1, mirror practice. This is one of the best confidence building strategies. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself. Imagine you are speaking to someone. Begin with an easy, "Hi, I'm Rahul. I live in Delhi. I like music." Say it with a smile. Watch your face. Hear your voice. This helps you to sound more natural and connects you with your own speaking style. You're not just rehearsing, you're acting, and that makes it real. Number 2, shadowing. This is a powerful method. Find a brief video in English, maybe 1 minute long, in which the speaker is clearly understandable. It could be from a movie, a YouTube video, or even this video. Play 1 sentence. Pause. Do it exactly the same tone, same pacing, same emotion. It feels artificial, and yet it exercises both your mind and your mouth. And here's how you can learn pronunciation and confidence at the same time. Number 3, speak to yourself. Sounds funny, right? But it works. Describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm cooking lunch. I'm walking to the shop. Say your thoughts in English. You don't have to use a whole sentence every single time. Even 1 or 2 words spoken aloud will do. It makes English a habit, not just a subject you learn. Number 4, voice recording. This one is to keep tabs on your progress. Open your phone every day, hit record, and talk for a minute. Talk about your day, your plans, your feelings. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak. 1 week later, listen to your first recording. You will be surprised. You will hear yourself improving, and you will feel proud. Here's the spike moment. It's when you come to understand that even 5 minutes of local gesture could change everything. You begin to hear yourself in a new way. During the game, you can feel your confidence rising. You begin to employ the words more naturally. The fear becomes smaller. And the best part, you're doing alone. No partner needed. No perfect grammar needed. Just you and your voice. That is the power of daily practice. It is about learning to serve. As Mr. Vidishi said, now let's say you do this every day, just 5 minutes. You will be astonished at your progress at the end of 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. The secret isn't learning more. The trick is to use what you already know. Speaking makes you stronger. Repeating makes you smoother. Mistakes make you smarter. Every time you speak, even a little bit, you take 1 step forward. So here's your assignment for today. Pick a high-touch method, either mirror, shadowing, self-talk, or voice recording. Just 1, and do it for 5 minutes. That's all, but do it every day. Make it your English habit. Like brushing your teeth every day, now you speak daily too. And in the next chapter, we'll take it 1 step further. I will offer you simple real-life phrases you can use now. No confusing grammar rules. Just real phrases you can start using immediately. You'll want to repeat them with me there. So keep tuning in. It's going to be fun and really helpful. Chapter 3. Simple sentences you can use now without knowing any troublesome grammar. Now, by way of featuring something practical, something you can start practicing today, you don't even need proper grammar. You don't have to memorize lengthy rules. You need real, simple phrases. The kind of English that real people use every day. And the best part? Many you already know. All you have to do is speak them out loud. So what I'm going to do in this chapter is let you in on a few useful sentences for everyday life. Greetings, questions, answers, and everyday exchanges. These are brief, unadorned, and powerful. And I'll say them slowly so you can say them after me. You don't need to write them out. Just listen speak, and notice how simple and easy English can be. Let's begin with greetings, often the way we open a conversation. Hi, hello, how are you? Good morning, good evening. It's nice to meet you. When it boils down to it, they are short, friendly, and they are constantly overused. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. Hi, hello, how are you? Good morning, good evening. It's nice to meet you. You see, that's already a great start. Now let's turn to a few easy questions, the kind you can throw to a friend, a coworker, or a stranger. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? This means, what do you work as? Do you like music? What are you doing? These are good human questions. Let's do a few together. What's your name? Where are you from? One more time, a little more slowly. Do you like music? What are you doing? That's it. Easy and useful. So, how do we respond politely? My name is Rahul. I'm from India. I'm a teacher. Yes, I like music. I'm watching a movie. There's no need to overthink this. These are sentences, and you know the words already. It's just that you need to say them. Let's take it a step further and learn some phrases to have small talk. It's a nice day today. How's the weather? I like your shirt. What sort of music do you enjoy? Have a good day. Take care. Again, not in a forced or difficult way, just very natural and simple. Let's repeat a few. It's a nice day today. I like your shirt. Take care. Now here's the spike moment, when you get it. Wait, this ain't hard. I can speak like this. Yes, you can. These are not the kinds of phrases that are hard to study. You don't have to translate from your language. You simply have to employ them verbally. Just a few minutes of repeating these words can have a huge impact. Let's do an impromptu speaking challenge together. I'll say something and you respond. Hi, how are you? You say, I'm doing fine, thank you. What's your name? You say, my name is underscore underscore underscore, and your name? Where are you from? You say, I'm from underscore underscore underscore, say your city or country. See? There you go. You're already talking in full sentences. You're having a conversation. And it feels right, doesn't it? You didn't need hard grammar. You just had to have the words and the courage to give it a shot. I want you to say these types of sentences every day. Speak them while you cook, walk, or go to sleep. Say them to yourself in the mirror. Say them to yourself. The more you talk, the faster your mouth gets used to English, and the more at ease you are. Next chapter, we're going to go deeper. I will show you how to eliminate translating in your head and start thinking in English. This is a huge step, and once you learn it, you'll notice that your speaking becomes faster, easier, and more natural. So don't be left out. It's early days for us. Chapter 4, How to Think in English and Stop Translating. Now let's go one step deeper. This could be the most important change you ever make on your English journey. We're going to discuss how to think in English and not just stop translating in your head. Because if you're like most students, you likely listen to English, translate it to your language, think of an answer, then translate the answer back to English. And by the time you're all ready to talk, the moment has passed. You freeze. You feel nervous. You stop. But here's the reality. You don't have to translate everything. You don't have to think in your language first. And when you break that habit, speaking is so much faster, more natural, and more confident. So how we do that? How to think in English. Let's start simple. The first is word thinking. It means you stop thinking full sentences in your head and start with English words. For instance, you look at your phone and think to yourself, phone. You look out and you're like, tree, car, sky. This is small in sound but powerful. Your brain is learning to see the English word as a thing itself rather than a translation of it. Try it